jogging out there knowing you're going to get to run a 2-minute drill with a chance to tie the game?
Oh man, you kind of prepare for that a little bit. If you know you're kind of going into the back half of the game, you have to be ready for those 2-minute drives, and you're probably 50-50 shot you're going to get it. And we got the 2-minute drive this time, and I felt like the guys, for the most part, we executed pretty well down the field, made some really good plays. Timmy and Jay Sean made some really key catches on that drive, and we made a few mistakes that we'll learn from. And I was talking to Myles, and we haven't talked about little stuff along the way. That was our first 2-minute drive together, so I'm proud of the guys and how they stuck together and moved the ball down the field, and that'll make us more prepared for next drive.
How much are you starting to get guys, receivers that you can rely on just from the chemistry you've built in the last month or so?
Yeah, I feel like all of them have done an amazing job of just staying after practice with the quarterback, making sure we're getting throws, and it could be 5 or 6 throws a day, and that's all the difference. And maybe it leads to a big completion in the game that leads us down the field, or maybe it's a 4 or 5 yard completion that continues to keep a drive going. That's really important stuff, and the guys you stay after practice, they love football, and they love getting better, and being able to surround yourself with guys who just love ball is a lot of fun, and that's what this team's made of.
How much more comfortable are you out there today compared to last week?
I feel like it's progress for sure. There's a lot of progress with the guys that we're playing with, and again, that was our first 2-minute drive together, and I felt like the guys did an amazing job in the huddle. Like everyone was super calm, and that kind of builds throughout the team, starting with the huddle, and I felt like the guys did a good job with that. And again, we had our first 2 home games for this preseason. Now we're going to go play away, and I feel like that's where you kind of see how much people have gone through is playing their first away game in the NFL, and I'm excited to do that with these guys, and I think it'll be a really cool experience in Tennessee.
What do you think today told you about yourself?
There's a lot to get better at, a lot more to get better at, and that's the entire team. That's the process of football. That's why people play football. You love it, but you love the process of getting better and learning how to win more football games. And today was an example of it kind of shone in some spots that we can get better at to win football games. And we're going to go back to the drawing board and attack it tomorrow and get ready for next week.
Max, where do you feel like you've grown the most since you first got here?
I always kind of say, learning to learn in a different way in the NFL is really important. You kind of go from, again, being the guy in college, and then you come here and you have to learn how to learn a different way. You're not going to be, taught everything on a daily basis. You're going to have to learn by hearing and learn by watching other people do it. And there's a lot of that for all of us kind of in the back of the room. And it's really difficult to learn an offense without getting a ton of reps, and the guys do a great job with it. We did a ton of rookie walkthroughs through the OTA period, and because of that, we're able to execute throughout the game. And I hope people can see that on our team. I hope people realize how much work they've put in and how much more we can do to get better.
Max, can you walk us through that 4th and 17 in detail?
Yeah, the one of Jay Sean back there. So we had dagger called, kind of a deep dig to Jay Sean. I thought Jay Sean got to a really good spot at the perfect time, and the O-line did a great job holding up in 4th and 17. That's hard. The defensive ends and the D tackles are pinning their ears back. I mean, one job is to go sack the quarterback, especially on 4th and 17, and win the game. That's like their dream, right? And they did a great job holding up protection, and Jay Sean got to a really good spot. And at that point, you have to make a throw to where you think your guys can catch it. And I thought Jay Sean did a great job there.
Did you see him open, or did you just throw into a spot?
That's a spot throw. It's something you work on, and it's something that I actually missed a couple plays before that. To Dante, I threw it behind him, and we got lucky. We ended up with the ball there, and Jay Sean, I felt like we took that rep maybe, and Jay Sean got to the spot, and I kind of just threw it to the spot where I thought he was going to be, and he ended up being a really good spot. So again, you're kind of building reps to learn, and then hopefully propel your career from there.
What more would you like to?
Go ahead.
What more would you like to show the coaching staff in the next opportunity you get against Tennessee?
For me, I think if you put it in the way of showing people what you can do, I don't think about it that way, to be honest. I've always attacked it with a mindset every day of just trying to be the best version of myself. And if that's enough to have the coaches oh, this guy's pretty good, then sure. But if it's not, then it's not meant to be. And I feel like one of the questions earlier was what are something that I've learned in the NFL. There's so much you can't control, and if you just focus on yourself and control, you can control, and you can rest on the outcome. You can be okay with the outcome, and whether that's me playing the NFL or not, I'll be okay because of the work that I've put in, and it's good enough. It's good enough.
Max, I was just going to ask about Myles. You mentioned him. He's kind of flashed a couple times last week and this week on offense and special teams. Just what have you learned about him as a player, and how cool is it to see him get those moments?
Yeah, he's a light to be around for sure. He's always smiling. He's one of my favorite guys on the team. again, he's one of those guys that stays at practice with me, and we just throw routes together. And we're getting better at, but we're really enjoying just being together in general. And we've built a relationship through the off season. We went up to northern Minnesota and we fished together up there. And those are little things that really build into connecting on the field. And I thought, Myles had that huge return getting us down in the red zone, and unfortunately we couldn't get in there. And he was, he was wide open on one of our plays in the end zone and couldn't get it to him. And that's just stuff that maybe you kind of watch on TV or see on the social media. We're like, oh, there's a lot that Myles is doing, but he puts in so much work. And I'm so proud of that kid, and it kind of builds to the receiver room. They do a great job from the top down, and Myles resonates with the rest of the guys and does a really good job with it.
What's your mindset
Thanks, Max.
came on the
Yeah,
field
thank
for?
I mean, I believe I did my job every opportunity I got. I definitely left some money on the table, but that's all right, learning experience, and probably won't never happen again.
You talking about the return?
Yeah, definitely. Got to take that one to the crib.
Can you walk us through that? What's going through your mind as you're getting down there? And did you think you were going to get in there at the end?
I definitely did think I was going to get in there. As soon as I broke the first tackle, I knew I was gone. And then I started running out of gas. It's because I stopped doing my gashers, though. I should have kept doing my gashers. I ain't been doing my gashers the past week and a half, and it caught up to me.
Just how did that play develop for you? Like, what did you see in front of you as it was developing the kick return?
I seen a hole. I stretched, got inside, and then broke a tackle, and I seen nothing but backside. It was just grass. I'm like, just run.
Hey, Myles, what's the rapport been like with Max Brosmer? It seems like you developed a good one with him.
Definitely. I mean, me and Max after practice, we're always throwing after practice, hanging out. That's my guy right there. I love Max.
What's it like to see him succeed the way that he has?
I love to see him doing great. When he does great, we all do great.
Myles, how about at the end of the first half? Were you running as fast to make that tackle as you were on the kickoff return?
I might have been running a little fast on the kickoff.
Where are you at comfort level with punt return?
I love that's my favorite position in the world. It's backyard football.
I mean, not everyone would say that. Why does that connect with you with backyard football?
It's just like when you was young, you played throwback tackle. It's you, and you got to make everybody miss, try to go score. And then it's an opportunity to get the ball in your hands. 9 times out of 10, the ball got to get in your hands. So as long as it get in my hands, I feel like I got an opportunity every time.
So punt return just lets you just go.
Yeah, definitely. Throwback tackle.
How did you develop the fearlessness to do that position? Because they're just running down trying to take your head off.
I don't know. I think it's just once I found out I was good at it, I think I just get I don't know. I just love it. Honestly, I don't really know what to say to that one.
Have you had any family at these games? Anybody that's getting hyped for you in the stands?
Definitely. Last week I had my mom, my agent, my girlfriend. This week I have my dad, my uncle, and my girlfriend again. All good?
Thank you.
Thank y'all. Y'all have a good one.
You too.
Highs and lows everywhere. I feel like a lot of guys played really well and put a lot of good stuff on tape, and a lot of that's what the preseason's about. So a lot of good things to take away, a lot of things to learn from, and that's how we'll go forward.
We had a couple good high leverage moments. I know preseason stuff because you just never know how much time everyone's going to get or when the opportunity is going to present itself. But I can imagine you feel pretty good about the way you were able to shine in those high leverage moments and you picked up some good plays today.
Yeah, I mean, same with me. I had my highs and my lows, and we'll go back and check out the tape. And there are some plays that I liked out there, and we'll have to go back. I feel like you never really know until you crack the tape on. So, definitely some stuff to work on, and we'll see tonight when we check it out.
Planning on asking Gabe about you later, but can you give me some words on Gabe? You guys are both. It feels outside looking in like you guys are both in a pretty good camp together.
Yeah, I mean, being with Gabe for 2 years now, it's awesome. Like we have a really good brotherhood, a good friendship, and I love watching him play. I feel like I've been waiting to watch him play since last year, about 2 weeks ago last year. So having him come out and put 2 games forward, we all knew it was coming. I sure did. So super happy he's been able to play super well. And like I said, I got to crack the tape, but I'm sure I'll see some good things again.
Last one for me, just how do you approach a game, a preseason game where again there is just, if you try to do too much, it's not going to work. How do you find that mix between doing too much and making sure you do everything you can?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you got to personally, like with the team, you're trying to do everything the coaches tell you, but personally, you got to take on some risk to yourself, and you got to set yourself apart and make some plays. So you just got to be able to take your shots when they come, and you got to make those shots, because if you go and take a shot and it doesn't come to fruition, then it's a blotch on the tape. So I would say just kind of pick your shots. It's important.
Yeah, Bo, he's a great guy for number one. I love being around him. All last year, we built a brotherhood, that you just go out there every week, and even in practice, me and Bo feed off each other, going out there taking reps and stuff together. And that's just all love with Bo. I'm happy to see him going out there shine as well.
Happy with the way you were able to make use of your reps? I mean, maybe have the impact plays that you had last week, but I have to imagine you're still pretty pleased with the way you played today.
Yes, sir. No, absolutely. It's never as good as you think, and it's never as bad as you think. You just have to go back and watch the tape and see how you truly did. But impact plays are going to happen. You have games where you make them and games where you don't make them. Just try to find a way to do my job at the best I can do it.
Are you happy with the boxes that you've checked so far with training camp, which is, I guess, camp's technically ending, but with what you've got left here before it's time to set the 53?
No, 100%. I think I put my best foot forward, but at the end of the day, you can't get complacent. I'm just trying to take it day by day. Do routine things routinely, and then see where the chips fall at the end of the day.
Appreciate you.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
I feel solid about today. I mean, there's always something to get better at. So, I just look at it with that eye. Take the good for what it is, learn from it, and also learn from the bad, and just keep growing.
After that splash of last week, how excited were you for another game?
I mean, it's always fun to suit up. It's a blessing that we get the chance to play in front of some amazing people, amazing fans, amazing stadium, and it's just a blessing. So I'm always excited for another chance.
Just when it comes to the screen game, what is it about your skill set that seems to fit really well with that?
Yeah, I mean, I would say just the versatility that I could bring to a team, just being able to receive the ball well, being able to maneuver well in space, and also just have a decent understanding, a good understanding of blitzers and just playing ball, really. Yeah.
You were a receiver back in the day, right?
Yeah, I have a receiver background.
Obviously, how much does that then translate to where now you're trying to work on building as a running back, but you can kind of run back home to all that basic knowledge when the ball is in the air?
Yeah, I mean, it took some grinding over the years. I mean, some of my college teammates saw me never catch a ball, and I put time in, and then made that my goal, just to be super intentional with the whole process. So, I mean, it's awesome to have that background and be able to call on it when needed, and still sharpening the axe when it's time to.
Just when it comes to Brett in the huddle, it seems like he's got a lot of experience over the years. What has that experience been like for you to have him out there with you?
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome having Rip as my QB. He's even since last year, we built a good chemistry throughout our practice squad time together, and he's just a great guy. Really good understanding of the game, and good understanding of just football. So it's always good to have that by your side.
Thanks, Xavier.
Yep, thank you.
Yeah, man.